And welcome back to Indie Wavemaker. Your host, Hi Guy, here to talk about more indie games. And the indie game we're going to be talking about now is Light Odyssey. And we got actually developers from Sun Games to talk about it. Hello, how are you doing today?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. If you can do like a little quick introduction to the people who's watching the stream, that will be great.
네, 간단한 자기소개 부탁드릴게요.
저는 한국 부산에서 개발하고 있는 썬게임즈 대표 김선호입니다.
Nice to meet you. I'm Kim Sun-ho from Busan, right? Developer at South Korea, Busan. Thank you.
Hello. So Light Odyssey, I was looking at the trailer. It was really interesting. I guess choice of color is just black and white.
Yeah.
I guess that kind of shows the contrast between the light. And it looked like it was like a top-down action game, but other than that, I don't know what kind of game this is. So I would like to have it explained a little bit more what Light Odyssey is.
네, 지금 게임을 한눈으로 봤을 때는 굉장히 이제 블랙 앤 화이트로 대비되는 그런 컨셉이신 것 같은데 자세한 그 게임에 대한 설명 부탁드릴게요.
라이트 오디세이는 빛과 어둠을 소재로 한 게임입니다. 그래서 거상과 빛이 나오기 때문에 배경을 조금 더 빛을 강조하기 위해서 조금 어둡게 표현됐습니다.
So Light Odyssey is a game of light and darkness, right? So so we tried our best to make the biggest contrast between the light to emphasize more on the light itself compared to the darkness. So that's the theme of this game.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then by looking at it, I was kind of falling in love with it, but then I think I need to see a little bit more gameplay. So I guess let's kind of go ahead and dive right into the gameplay.
네, 게임 시작해 주시면. 네.
좋습니다.
네.
All right. So I already kind of like the atmosphere already. I'm wondering what is this big monolith?
지금 분위기가 굉장히 마음에 드신다고 하시는데 이 중간에 이제 벽돌 같은 게 뭔지 궁금하죠.
이게 고대 문명을 배경으로 하다 보니까 오래전에 파괴됐던 그런 문명들 되짚는 지금 과정을 보여주고 있습니다.
So we based off this game from a theme of the ancient times. So these blocks you see are all the remains.
Oh, so it's like the lost technology.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's like the lost light.
So pretty much, as I guess the main character is kind of trying to seek light again from darkness.
Right. Yes, you're right.
Oh my goodness, that's too much light. I can't see. It's a little too bright. All right. So like, who's the main character of this game? Like,
Yeah. This character 반디.
So this character is called Bandi. Right. Actually, it's based off from fireflies. Right. Firefly in Korean is called Bandi pool. Right. So we just took the first two and then we just call it Bandi. You know.
That's actually nice. Like I kind of can see the I guess the firefly theme already.
Yeah.
So right now I guess it's somewhat of a tutorial of like following the light or what's going on right now.
그 지금은 이제 혹시 그 튜토리얼처럼 이제 그 불빛을 따라가는 그런 과정인 거죠?
네, 맞습니다. 정확합니다.
네, yeah, right. You're just following the lights to get the game started.
Gotcha. I already had like a little stamina gauge, so I can see that there are stamina, HP.
Yes.
And I'm assuming there will be a lot of dashing and timing wise of an action in this game.
Yeah. 스태미나 아까 말씀해 주신 스태미나 바처럼 이제 그런 대시 같은 거 여러 가지 할 수 있는데 그렇게 됩니다.
일단 기본적인 메커니즘은 스태미나를 관리하면서 공격과 대시를 하는 거라서 굉장히 심플하고 배우기 쉽습니다.
So it's a very simple game. As in that you just gotta manage your stamina because you just use your stamina to do your dashes and to attack.
Got it.
So you just gotta manage that you have enough stamina. Right.
You can't just keep on that.
Yes, exactly. So it's very easy to pick up, right? And nothing complicated as well.
Nothing complicated, but I'm assuming it's gonna be a hard game. I don't know.
We'll see. Yeah.
So 많이 사용하면은 이제 스태미나가 제한이거든요.
So when you kind of spam your attacks, it gets into the red gauge. So that's when you have to cool down a little bit.
Got it. And then you can't dash away from your enemy, so you just gotta be like, okay, I just gotta try.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I can see like there's like another circle on the right by XY. So I'm assuming there might be like a new attack or ability or action.
그 오른쪽 하단에 있는 XY에 대해서 한번 설명 부탁드릴게요.
일단 기본적으로 무기를 장착해서 사용하는 방식이고 현재는 일반 공격과 리커버리한 힐하는 기능이 있습니다.
네.
나중에는 조금 더 많은 무기들을 3가지 선택해서 교체할 수 있어요.
So right now we have the basic attack and also some special abilities with the weapons, and we also have this healing mechanism.
Okay.
Right? So in the later stage of the game, we can pick and choose from 3 different weapons that we want to use our attacks.
Got it. And then Pondy just kind of walked through this like big monolith of, I'm assuming, like ancient text of like whatever it is. So who is Pondy? Like, is he just like a traveler who is just looking for light, or is he like trying to find a light for his tribe?
네, 그 반디의 그 목적 그리고 반디에 대한 배경 같은 거 설명 부탁드립니다.
반디는 오프닝 영상에 나왔던 것처럼 오래전에 어떤 사건에 의해서 빛을 잃었습니다. 근데 이제 반디는 우연한 계기로 인해서 깨어나서 세상의 빛을 되찾고 세상을 구한다는 설정의 세계관입니다.
So as shown in the introduction of this game, so this Bandi lost his light long ago, like in the ancient times, and is now awoken, right? Awakened, and is trying to find his way back to finding the light and saving the world.
Got it. So pretty much it's like only Bondi left, and then there's like just no one else there, and you're like, okay, I need to find the light to just bring back life in this world, pretty much.
Because in the ancient time, all light was lost, so he's trying to get back the light.
What triggered him to wake up in a way? Like, I guess he was like kind of sleeping or whatever it was that just kind of awakened him.
혹시 그 반디가 이제 깨어나게 된 그런 계기가 있어요, 사건이나?
이제 뒤에 있는 작은 친구가 이제 따라오고 있거든요.
네네.
이런 따라오는 친구가 그 친구가 이제 우연한 계기로 인해서 반디를 깨워주게 돼요.
So as you can see, there's a little thing behind Bandi that's following him.
Yep.
Right. So that was what woke Bandi up.
And we don't know what he is yet, but then I guess eventually, while you keep on playing, you kind of figure out the mystery of that little light as well.
혹시 그 뒤에 따라다니는 그 존재에 대해서는 뭐 추가적인 설명 같은 거 있을까요?
지금은 일단 우연한 계기로 태어난 어떤 사건의 피조물.
So basically, it's out of all coincidence, right?
It's just like out of nowhere, like boom.
Yeah.
이제 보스전 시작합니다.
Right. So here comes the boss.
Oh, there he goes.
The boss of darkness, right?
He is one big guy right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty big.
So I guess there's like a perfect dodging system, I'm assuming, where you're like, if you perfectly dodge it, you will be able to like kind of use that invincibility to dodge an attack or anything.
혹시 그 회피 기능이랑 그런 거 따로 있을까요?
지금 대치는 일정 시간 무적이 되고 적의 공격도 일정 시간 데미지가 판정되는 그런 시스템입니다.
So when you use dash, you become invincible for a moment, for a short while. So that's how you can dodge his attacks.
Got it. And I guess like when you're dodging it, it kind of slows down the movement a little bit.
그 중간중간에 싸움의 모션 같은 거, 슬로우 모션 같은 것도 이제 의도된 건가요?
네, 지금 정확히 피하면은 퍼펙트 대시라는 판정으로 살짝 느려진 효과가 있고 제가 평상시에 이렇게 한 대 맞으면 깨지는 소리와 뭔가 이펙트 터지면서 이제
데미지가 있는
피격 피드백을 알려주고 있어요.
So when you the slow motion counts in when you perfectly dodge the attack, so it's called a perfect dodge. So you'll come with a slight slow motion of you like perfectly dodging his attacks. And when you get hit, you have this kind of sound effect of something like crashing, like that.
Like that. Yeah.
That's when you know you get hit really bad.
Got it. Because it is pretty big, and you're like a small little character, so I guess the sound cue definitely helps.
Yeah.
So right off the bat, I can say, running out of stamina. It's already like a really hard boss. Is this like the first enemy that you encounter?
혹시 굉장히 세 보이는데 보스가 혹시 이게 파이널 그 보스 몹인지 아니면 추가적으로 더 다른 그런 보스가 있는지 궁금합니다.
이 친구는 첫 번째 보스입니다.
네.
일정의 튜토리얼 보스입니다.
So that's the first boss.
First boss.
보스마다 이제 페이지가 바뀌면서 지금은 약간 추격하는 시스템.
So we are now in the moving to the next phase. So this is just for like the just for the pure entertainment,
got it.
Kind of a chase scene.
So I'm like so are there going to be like regular small little enemies, or is it going to be like the boss rush, like for instance like Shadow of Colossus kind of thing where there's just boss.
그 중간중간에 이제 보스몹 외에도 다른 그 조그만 그 패치화할 그런 에너미가 나오는지 아니면 그 보스몹만 이제 스테이지마다 있는 건지 궁금합니다.
그 저희는 보스 러시 게임이기 때문에 보스만 연속적으로 11종 정도 준비되어 있고
네.
서브 퀘스트로 뭔가 사이드 보스들을 준비하고 있어요.
So right now we are a boss theme game.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we
yeah.
do have, we only have bosses, right? But we do have 11 stages.
11
Yes.
stages.
Yes, and we do have, we are planning to have different quests,
Yes.
quests along the way to have like the sub bosses
Uh-huh.
to defeat as well.
Like, well, I'm already seeing for the first boss has like different phases already, which already kind of feels really. It's gonna be a big game. I feel like because like a lot of I guess games with just like boss. I would say boss rush, but like just games with like giant enemies made. Aesthetic is always like definitely an important factor. Is my only opinion.
Okay.
But then I feel like the aesthetic already is there. Like when he was like traveling around, seeing the big text and everything like that, I was like, okay, this world has so much mystery that I do want to recover. But also, there's this mysterious shadow boss or whoever that is that you just gotta fight to just try to survive. I do like the theme, and also, oh my goodness, this boss looks hard.
네, 그래서 이제 그 보스몹 말고도 이제 그 시각적으로도 굉장히 마음에 드시다고 하시네요.
감사합니다.
그 처음부터 나왔던 그런 뭐 고대 문구 그런 나왔던 그런 여정이나 그런 시각적 비주얼적인 측면에서 굉장히 매력이 있다고 말씀해 주시죠.
저희는 일단 감성적인 비주얼을 만들려고 많이 노력을
네.
했습니다. 일단 게임은 좀 예뻐야 된다는 생각이 있어가지고
네네네.
비주얼적으로 많이 신경을 썼어요.
Right, so we thought one of the most, as you mentioned, right, we also agree that one of the most important aspect of the game is whether it's visually aesthetic or not. So we took a lot of effort in making it look as visually attractive as much as we could. Yeah.
한 가지 더 말씀드리면 이제 보스 애니메이션은 이제 모션 캡처로 이용하는데
네.
제가 직접 연기했습니다.
So and just another information.
Yeah.
Like the boss's movements is based off the motion capture, and
Oh, really?
And he personally recorded it.
So he did this one. Wow, that's like I was like thinking like the animation looks super like natural and flow, and I was like, okay, probably they just got really good anime. I didn't know it was like motion capture, so all the swiping and everything is all done. That's amazing. Like I can see your life is at 0.
데모 버전에서는 저희가
네.
이제 좀 체험을 위해서
네.
조금 체력을 무한히 했습니다. 근데 제가 긴장해서 잘 게임이 안 되네요.
So this is the demo version. So
Yeah,
we
yeah.
just made the life infinite, just for the fun sake. And I'm pretty nervous right now. So
Yeah, I know. I was like, we weren't gonna call you on stage and do like perfect run right now because we need to see the boss die or anything like that. But it's okay. It's okay. So like in the actual game, if you run out of life, you actually die. And do you start all over or do you have like checkpoints?
그 혹시 그 실전에서 이제 죽을 경우에는 다시 맨 처음으로 시작되는지 아니면 중간중간에 그런 체크 포인트가 있을까요?
보스 전투는 3가지 정도 페이지로 되는데
네.
죽었을 때는 이제 1페이지로 다시 돌아가게 됩니다.
다시 처음부터 아예.
네, 맞습니다. 네.
So we have 3 different phases in the boss rush, right? So when you actually die, you go back to phase 1 all over again.
Oh, so you gotta do the running at the corridor again. It's like, okay. You know what? I do love a challenge like that too. So I respect that. So I also see like 2 life bars. The one in the top, like for instance, is it like the bottom life bar like the stock of like the top bar, or I want to know like.
그 위에 그 바랑. You're talking about the bottom left.
Bottom left.
Yeah, bottom
yeah.
left. 그 바 두 가지 표시되는 곳에 설명 좀 드릴게요.
위에 있는 녹색 바는
네.
일단 체력을 의미하고
네.
아래에 있는 흰색 바는 보스가 잠깐 휘청일 때 이제 빛을 획득할 수 있는 시스템인데
네.
그걸 소모해서 이제 무기나 스킬 같은 거 사용할 수 있습니다.
So basically the bar on top is your health bar.
Yep.
So and the second bar below is the bar where you can collect the life from the boss. Like so, in the middle of the fight, the boss will once in a while stumble a little bit, and then you can collect the lives from the boss. And you can use the lights. Yes, as you can see, you can collect the lights and make the weapons out of it.
Oh, weapons.
Yeah, you can make weapons out of the light.
Like you're almost done. You're so close.
Right.
Oh. So I like how like when you lose stamina, it's not just you can't dodge anymore. You can't even attack anymore. So you're just screwed. You're like you just gotta try to run.
You need to cool off a little bit.
Yes. So this game looked really beautiful. It's really nice to just see, because it's black and white, right? So you realize like it might be with all the games now with like so much color, like would it actually like? Were you a little bit scared when you make like, okay, let's make a game black and white? Would people be like, oh, it's just there's no color, it's so black? For me, it looks beautiful. But were you like kind of scared when you like first try to be like, okay, let's just make it black and white? And I wanted to know how you felt.
처음에 게임을 개발하실 때 그 테마로 그 블랙 앤 화이트로 정하셨는데 혹시 그 요즘에 다른 게임들이 워낙 이제 컬러풀한 게임들이 많고 이제 비주얼적으로 이제 색깔이 많은 게임이 많다 보니까 개발했을 때 혹시 그런 쪽으로 걱정은 되지 않으셨나요?
일단 제 눈에는 가장 좋았던 걸 먼저 선택했고 말씀하신 것처럼 일단 경험적으로 대비를 줘야 되기 때문에 나중에 등장하는 스테이지는 뭐 불이나 얼음처럼 특정한 색깔이 포함되는 테마를 개발하고 있어요. 저희도 염두에 두고 약간 다양한 색깔을 보여드리려고 노력하고 있습니다.
Right. So at first we thought that the contrast is the most important thing in the game. So with this way we emphasize how the lights compared to the darkness, and we do have plans like in the later phase of the game. We do have plans for different bosses where they use the elements of fire and ice to add more kind of a color into it.
Got it. I will be looking forward to it. So right now, I saw you play it on the PC. So are you planning to release this game on PC or like any other consoles, or is there like any what platform are you planning to release?
지금 그 보여주신 건 PC에서 보여주셨는데 혹시 다른 플랫폼에서도 출시할 계획이 있으신가요?
지금 콘솔 엑스박스나 플레이스테이션도 같이 출시할 예정입니다. 내년에.
So we are planning to publish this on not just on PC but on console as well, on Xbox and PlayStation and stuff. Planning coming up next year.
Next year.
Yes.
Like next year. We know like Q1, 2, 3, 4.
내년 상반기.
Q2, maybe.
we know. Like we never know how game development happens. Like you'll get like that one little bug that you just can't fix, and you're like, why can't I fix this? So I totally understand. So also, I guess it's in English right now, but are you planning to have it on Korean and English, or do you have any plans on localizing it on any other language?
다른 언어로 혹시 설정된 그런 계획이 있을까요?
지금은 영어는 무조건 1순위지만 나중에 되는 대로 여력이 되는 대로 다양한 언어를 추가할 예정입니다.
So right now we only have one for English, but as we move on, as we finish on the last stage of developing, we are going to add as many languages as possible. Yes.
Like I can see because like it seems like there's not much text, so I feel like you'll be able to, like for instance, if it's just in English, still people will be able to play it. But
game start and stuff.
Exactly. It just says game start. Like I can understand restart. I can start. I can press start.
지금은 이제 아무래도 텍스트가 많이 없다 보니까
맞습니다.
게임에서 그래서 다른 언어 추가하실 때는 많이 어려움 없을 것 같습니다.
정확합니다.
Yeah, that's right. You're right.
So. For people who just saw this and also want to know more about the game or follow some updates, is there any platform or social media that you have to actually have people follow so they can get more updates?
혹시 다른 그 관객분들을 위해서 이제 근황이나 그런 거 알고 싶은 분들께 이제 소통할 수 있는 그런 SNS 플랫폼이 있을까요?
지금은 트위터랑 디스코드 채널을 운영하고 있어서 저희가 뭐 홈페이지 오시면은 바로 링크 타고 오실 수 있습니다.
So we do have our channels on Twitter and Discord. So you can come onto our website and you'll be directed to a link directly.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you very much for showcasing this beautiful game. I guess like since a while ago, like 7-8 years ago, there were a couple of indie games that was like Boss Rush. Not even 7. I guess 7-8 years ago. But then I guess I stopped seeing that kind of like games again, and then I do like those games though, so I was like kind of wanting more games developer to kind of come up with those games again. So like when I saw this, I'm like, oh, finally a game that I'm actually was waiting. So I'm really glad that you're making a beautiful game like this.
그래서 이런 비슷한 류의 보스 러시 게임을 안 본 지 굉장히 오래돼서 굉장히 반가운 개인적인 소견입니다.
감사합니다.
Thank you. So thank you very much for coming by to showcase this amazing game. Hope you have like the best rest of the day for Gamescom Asia.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And for the people who's watching this show, we have more indie games to showcase. So do not go anywhere because we'll be right back.